Let's keep that energy up, folks. Coming to the stage now, a very funny and a lovely lady who's been my pleasure to work with for the last couple of months, making her comedy debut here at the Comedy Cellar. Put your hands together for Julianna Miller, everybody. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Hello. My name is Julianna, and I am in recovery. I'm recovering from being a wife. I was married for 10 years and just got a divorce. I entered my marriage a sexually confident woman and exited a sexual cripple. In the last 2 years we were married, we had sex once. I had to leave if I was ever going to get laid again. But it has been so long, I'm worried I've forgotten all my moves. I know I need to learn to have sex all over again, but where do I go? There's no class at the new school for Doggy Style 101. There's no continuing ed course for Intro to Fellatio. I watched some porn, but the only lesson I learned was that I was going to get cum in my face. So I haven't started dating yet. I did have sex once. It was a threesome. I think that's normal for the first time back. I thought that opportunity had passed me by. You know, it's something you do when you're young. I think I probably should have had my first threesome before I joined AARP. Anyway, I was at a party and I decided to fuck the birthday boy. Like, before I went to the party, I decided this. I was too nervous to date, but birthday sex seemed like a good start. Baby steps. He was a Facebook friend I'd met at a party. At the end of the night, I signaled I was game. We were kissing, and then this girl steps up, who's a friend of his, and she says, "Yes, let's take her home." Us? Take her home with us? No. One thing led to another, and I'm kissing her. I'd only kissed one other girl in my life. We were both 9 years old and practicing. You know, let's practice for when we start dating boys. A few years ago, I found out that girl was gay. I don't think she was really practicing for boys. She lied to me. Ladies, if you've never had sex with another woman, you've got to do it once. They compliment your body. They go down on you and do it well. Which, to be honest, only a small fraction of you men actually do. I'm just keeping it real. The guy in my threesome hadn't had sex in 3 years, so to be honest, he was just lazy. The morning after, he and I started making out, and the girl part of our trio was still asleep, which is so Jersey Shore. And he wasn't doing it for me yet. So we woke her up and said, "Hey," let's call her Jane. "Hey, Jane, little help here?" I could tell we were both thinking, what? I mean, how lazy can you be? Come lick her pussy so I can stick my dick in? The message I took from that night was twofold. One, never have sex with a guy who hasn't done it in years. And two, before you have sex, take care of any medical issues you have. This is where my threesome went terribly wrong, and I ended up in a doctor's office. During my threesome, the girl decided to try a little ass play. She touched my finger. She took her finger and touched my butthole. Boop. I could feel my asshole perk up and take notice. What the fuck is this? She and her finger retreated, and I thought we were in the clear. Then a few minutes later, the finger's back. Boop. And that was it. Over the next 3 weeks, my asshole went crazy. I have never known it to be so upset. You see, for years I've had this super annoying hemorrhoid. This little baby has been hanging around for decades, and it just pisses me off. It will be dormant for months, even years. Then it tap dances back into my life. It's almost astonishing the routines it can do. What's my next line? It's almost astonishing what it can do. I've seen multiple doctors over the years about my ass. One dude did the rubber band thing. Do you know about this? It's how they cut off some dog's tails or ears, something like that. I'm no expert. Anyway, they just stick a rubber band and put it around your hemorrhoid and it eventually falls off. Obviously not a big success for me. So I went back to an ass doctor. I had seen him the year before and he would not do surgery. Your hemorrhoids aren't that bad. The surgery's super painful, blah, blah, blah. I tried to explain it was a magic hemorrhoid, that it would come and go. It was shy and would disappear if it knew it was going to a doctor. He was skeptical. He told me to come back and see him when it was active, like it's a fucking volcano. So after my menage a trois, I bought all these creams and potions, until finally I was like, fuck this shit. You were cutting this off me. So I got my iPhone, bent over, and took a photograph of my angry asshole. Several photos. The first had my face in it. A blurry set of cheeks with my little head way up top in focus. The next set of photos had my lips in them. Not these. These. Ew. No. It's quite hard to photograph on your own. Then I called and made the appointment. Sure enough, the day arrives and magic hemorrhoid is nowhere to be seen. I'm doggy style on the exam table, and the doctor is peeking between my cheeks. And he starts his whole spiel. Not really necessary, not that big, etc. So I pull up my pants and I whip out my iPhone and show him the photos. It looks like I have a head of cauliflower where my asshole should be. And it is not a happy cauliflower. He responds, whoa, okay. He was reeling from the photos. How could he say no? And the moral of this story is I always get my way. Thank you. It may take decades, but now I have a cute butthole and I'm ready to date. Thank you. I'm Julianna Miller. That's my time.
Oh, Julianna Miller. You know Julianna from her children's show every Sunday morning. Fun with Anti-Hemorrhoid. You know that show? Anyway, we're going to move the show right along.